In the next example, I will show you how to write the partial fraction decomposition of a rational expression where the denominator is a combination of linear and quadratic factors. So here's the example. Write the partial fraction decomposition of the given rational expression 5x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 10x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x minus 1 times x squared plus 1 quantity squared. Now you notice that in this rational expression, our denominator has two factors. One is linear, x minus 1, and the other, x squared plus 1, is quadratic. And the quadratic factor is raised to the power 2. So let's write down the partial fraction decomposition form. So let's begin with the linear factor, x minus 1. And because this factor, the multiplicity is 1, or the exponent of this factor is 1, so that means that there's only one fraction for this linear factor, and that will be a over x minus 1. For the quadratic factor, x squared plus 1, the exponent of this is raised to the power 2, so that means that there will be two fractions for the quadratic factor. And the first one is bx plus c over x squared plus 1, and the second is dx plus e over x squared plus 1 squared. Now you notice that in our fractions that represent the quadratic factor, the denominator for the first fraction here is x squared plus 1. The exponent is 1. And then the second fraction is x squared plus 1 raised to the power 2. So the exponent always starts with 1 and then 2. And the highest exponent is 2 because our quadratic factor, the exponent is 2. To solve for the variables, what we need to do is first, we want the denominators on the right hand side to be the same as the denominator on the left hand side. And remember, our denominator on the left hand side is x minus 1 times x squared plus 1 squared. So for the first fraction, our denominator is only x minus 1. So we're going to multiply this fraction by x squared plus 1 squared over x squared plus 1 squared. And in that way, our denominator for this fraction will be the same as the original. In the second fraction, our denominator is x squared plus 1. So we need to multiply this fraction by x minus 1 over x minus 1 and another x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 1. And by doing that, our denominator will be the same as the original. Our third fraction, our denominator is x squared plus 1 squared, so we only need to multiply this fraction by x minus 1 over x minus 1. Now that our denominators are equal to the denominator of the original rational expression, we can disregard the denominators and we'll just write the numerator. So on the left hand side, our numerator is 5x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 10x squared minus 4x plus 4. On the right hand side, we have a times x squared plus 1 quantity squared. And then we have bx plus c times x squared plus 1 times x minus 1. And then we have dx plus e times x minus 1. Alright, so now we are going to expand the right hand side. So this x squared plus 1 squared will give us x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus 1. If you are wondering how to get this, you just multiply x squared plus 1 times x squared plus 1 using the FOIL method and you will get this result. Now for the bx plus c times x squared plus 1 times x minus 1, we will multiply x squared plus 1 times x minus 1. And the result is x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 1 is negative x squared. 1 times x is x. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. And then we will distribute the dx plus e times x minus 1. So dx times x is dx squared. Dx times negative 1 is negative dx. E times x is ex. And e times negative 1 is negative e. And then we will distribute a. So a times x to the fourth is ax to the fourth. A times 2x squared is 2ax squared. A times 1 is a. And then we distribute the bx plus c to x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1. So bx times x cubed is bx to the fourth. Bx times negative x squared is negative bx cubed. bx times x is bx squared, bx times negative 1 is negative bx. And then c times x cubed is cx cubed, c times negative x squared is negative cx squared, c times x is cx, c times negative 1 is negative c, and then we'll just copy the rest of the expression here. So now that we have expanded the right hand side, our next is to write down the equations based on the coefficients of the variable x. So to write the equations, we will begin with the coefficients of x to the fourth. On the left side, we only have 5, the coefficient of x to the fourth. On the right hand side, we look for terms with x to the fourth, and that would be a and b. So a plus b on the right hand side. Next is x cubed. On the left side, we have negative 3. On the right hand side, we have negative b and positive c. So the right hand side, we have negative b plus c. Next is x squared. On the left side, we have positive 10. Right hand side, x squared, we have 2a, we have b, we have negative c, and we have positive d. So our equation will be 2a plus b minus c plus d on the right side and 10 on the left side. Next is the coefficients for x. On the left side, we have negative 4. And on the right side, we have negative b plus c minus d and positive e. So our equation is negative b plus c minus d plus e on the right side and negative 4 on the left side. Our last equation will be for the constant, those terms without x. On the left side, we have 4. Right side, we have a minus c and minus e. So our equation on the right side is a minus c minus e, and on the left side is positive 4. All right, so we have here 5 equations and 5 unknowns. Our equation 1 is 5 equals a plus b. Our equation 2 is negative 3 equals negative b plus c. Our equation 3 is 10 equals 2a plus b minus c plus d. Our equation 4 is negative 4 equals negative b plus c minus d plus e. And our last equation is 4 equals a minus c minus e. Now to solve these 5 equations with 5 unknowns, we will use matrix operation. So to do the matrix operation, first is we are going to arrange our variables in columns. So we have A, B, C, D, E, and then the constant or the value on the other side will be the last column. Okay, so for the first equation, 5 equals a plus b, the coefficient of a is 1, the coefficient of b is also 1, and there is no c, no d, no e, so c, d, and e will be zeros. And then we have equals 5 on the left side, so we will write that 5 on the last column. Second equation, we have negative 3 equals negative b plus c. There is no a, so our a is 0. Our b is negative 1. Our c is positive 1. D is 0. E is 0. And the last column is negative 3. Third equation, we have 2a plus b minus c plus d. So coefficients for a is 2. For b is 1. For C is negative 1, for D is 1, and E will be 0, and the last column we have 10. On the fourth equation, we have negative B plus C minus D plus E, and this is equal to negative 4. So there is no A, so A will be 0, B negative 1, C positive 1, D negative 1, and E is positive 1, and last column negative 4. Last equation, we have a minus c minus e equals 4. So a is 1. There is no b, so it's 0. C is negative 1. There is no d, so it's 0. And e is negative 1. And it is equal to 4, so the last column is 4. And in this matrix, there are 5 rows and there are 6 columns. So we will write the dimension as 5 by 6. The first number, 5 rows, 6 columns, and this information is important in encoding the matrix in our calculator. We call this augmented matrix with a dimension of 5 by 6. We are now ready to encode this coefficient in our calculator, and then we will solve for A, B, C, D, and E using matrix operation. The encoding of data will be by row. So this one here, this coefficient is row 1, column 1, row 1, column 2, row 1, column 3, and so on. So this is how we encode the data going across. All right. So let's open our calculator. So in our calculator, we look for the matrix function. So it's secant function matrix. And then scroll to the right, edit. This time I will use matrix B. Okay, so the name of the matrix is B. You can use any matrix. So I highlighted B because I'm using matrix B, and press enter. And then the next thing that you will see here is matrix B, and we will encode the dimension of matrix B. And remember, the dimension is 5 by 6, 5 rows, 6 columns. So press 5 for the number of rows, enter, and then 6 for the number of columns, enter. And then we are now ready to encode the coefficient. So remember, by row. So starting from here, left, top left corner, going across. So the first one is 1, enter. Next is 1, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter. And then the last is 5. So 5, enter. Now we are on the second row. So 0, enter, negative 1, enter, 1, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter, negative 3, enter. And then third row, we have 2, 1, negative 1, 1, 0, enter, 10. And fourth row, we have 0, enter, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 4, enter. Last row, we have 1, enter, 0, enter, negative 1, enter, 0, enter, negative 1, enter, positive 4, enter. Now, sometimes, depending on the size of the matrix or the dimension of the matrix, sometimes you will see everything here, but because our matrix is large, it's 5 by 6, so we cannot see everything, so it's difficult to check, but you can always scroll to the right or scroll to the left to see the entries, or scroll up to see the entries to check whether they are correct or not, so you can check the entries. All right, so now that we have all the entries, we can secant function quit to clear the screen. So quit, so it will clear the screen. And then I can go back to matrix and then scroll to the right, mathematics, and then either scroll up or scroll down. So I'll scroll up and find this function RREF. So once you have the RREF, you press enter. Remember, math, RREF, press enter, and it's asking which matrix you want to apply the RRAF. So we are going to go back to matrix, secant function matrix, and select, for mine it's B, so select B and press enter. So it is being displayed here, RRAF matrix B, and just close that with a parenthesis and then press enter, and the result will be the values that we get for A, B, C, D, and E. So look at the last column here on the right side. The top is the value of A because our arrangement of the letters is A, B, C, D, E. So the top value will be for A. So our A is 3, our B is 2, our C is negative 1, our D is 1, our E is 0. So once we have the values of A, which is equal to 3, B equals 2, C negative 1, and D equals 1, E is 0, we can now substitute these values to our partial fraction decomposition. So our fractions are 3 over x minus 1 by replacing A, and then plus 2x minus 1 over x squared plus 1. We replace B with 2 and C with negative 1. And then our D is equal to 1 and E is 0. So this will just be x over x squared plus 1 quantity squared. So these fractions is the partial fraction decomposition of this fraction 5x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 10x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x minus 1 times x squared plus 1 squared. Alright, that's all for this video. Until next time, thank you for watching.